Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts. We have made it, guys, to the Season 3 finale of Superman and Lois, and on top of that, this is my last live reaction to a DC TV show on the channel. Now, I know Superman and Lois Season 4 is still happening on the CW. I'll be watching it a day later. Like, this is the last time I'll be watching it live as it airs on the network. I am getting rid of my cable. I'm done. I only really had cable to watch these shows. They've dwindled down over the years, obviously. So this is it. A lot of things building up to this finale, right? Because there was a lot of discussion for a long time about, is the show even going to continue? And we had heard from one of the new bosses who's now next star taking over CW, saying that the Season 3 ends on a cliffhanger. This is before Season 4 was confirmed, and all the changes and 7 cast members, series regulars being removed. And we're gaining, I'll call this is Lex, like we're gaining him as a series regular in Season 4, 10 episodes. But we'll see what happens. I think the introduction of Michael as Lex last week's episode was intense. He is brutal, and he spent the majority of the episode, besides flashbacks, walking. And where's he walking? To the Kent farm. He finds Bizarro, and I forget, the Otis, I think was his name, whatever, the guy that drove him over there, whatever. He was eaten. Seems like he was eaten by Bizarro. What is Bizarro doing? I have no idea. Bizarro is eating rats. I guess he's a zombie now. He's Zombie Bizarro. That's kind of what we're kind of theorizing at this point. So we've been hearing that this is teeing up what's going to be in Season 4. That's why there's a cliffhanger and everything. We'll see what that is exactly. But yeah, let's dive in. Let's check it out. The Season 3 finale of Superman and Lois. It's crazy to say that. We're already here with the finale. But thankfully we're getting more episodes, unfortunately, due to losing cast members. But still, we are getting another season. And I think it'll be the last season, Season 4. But anyways, let's dive in. Let's see what happens.
Who do you become?
Oh.
Is it possible to pick up where you left off? What will Lex Luthor do next?
Yeah. So it's been a bit. 30-ish days. 32 days.
Wherever he is, I haven't been able to find him.
Maybe that's good news.
Dad, he threatened
Not
me.
good news.
Told me to retire from journalism.
How's it feel to be halfway through high school?
Good, fine.
Sure. Fun.
It's fast, isn't it?
Get over it, dude.
How long you plan on keeping Jordan from using his powers?
That's completely up to him.
What? Look, I already made you a spinach.
It's
omelet.
weird seeing these characters knowing we're not going to probably see them next season. No. No.
Are you
Pregnant?
okay?
Oh, God, I wasn't sure. It's
So-
you. Like, we're
What?
not married. We don't even live together.
We're having a kid.
Yeah. This might explain why they're exiting the show, though. They'll
sure?
use this, maybe.
I never did thank you for all you did during that.
Boy.
It was the least I could
Oh,
do.
boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Are you asking me to dinner?
But it's
Oh,
no
shit.
pressure.
No.
Not at all.
Wait, they're traveling to do this? Okay.
I'm nervous.
I'm nervous, too.
It's great. We're taking a family trip.
To Italy.
Oh. Oh.
Are you serious?
Okay.
Your uncle.
Vicky Mays, 6 o'clock. Don't be late.
Something's going to happen.
Hey. You guys are back early.
Oh.
Hey,
Chrissy's pregnant. There's gonna be a.
I know you always wanted another. And I
Oh, this makes it worse.
that this was not planned.
All I ask is that you let me spoil that baby.
Oh.
rotten.
Oh.
Lana doing another clothing drive. So there's been a development. You'd have to set up in Metropolis. Brass is gonna want it closer to headquarters.
Wait, does this mean I'd go to the DoD Academy?
Where Mateo just enrolled in that.
Oh.
I'm gonna need an answer by the end of the week.
They're really setting up a lot of these characters. Actually, it's so weird. I didn't expect them to do this, actually, but
I'm gonna make you forgive me for ruining the
I'm
football
gonna make you
season.
forgive me.
Oh, you.
Hey!
Hey.
Oh.
God, Why do I feel like you're about to tell us something?
Mm-hmm.
Lois Lane for the win. Okay, here goes. I'm having a child.
What?
I
Yay.
need a baby.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
Pregnant.
You think he has anything to do with this?
Not Mannheim, no. Luthor.
This wasn't Mannheim.
Hey, this is a scene that Canograph shot. He got images of this.
Clark, he's not just gonna let this go. Something's
No,
gonna happen.
Lex
Not to
is
you. Your dad and I
getting his
won't
plans in motion.
We have to have my dad call strikers.
Boys, I want you to meet Gretchen.
Oh boy,
These are my grandsons.
really? Introducing her?
Jordan,
Okay.
And my granddaughter Natalie. We've been on a few dates.
A few days.
Samuel a bit to respond after I liked his profile.
I am happy for them. Truly.
But it's awkward
I
as
honestly
hell.
think Kyle and I, we're better as friends than here. is to a new history.
A new history. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Some old company, even.
Hey,
In Metropolis.
that's amazing.
And Grandpa has a girlfriend.
It's a lot of information. A lot of stuff that's happening.
That Jordan showed him. Maybe Jordan and I can just get us there.
Yeah.
I thought you said that makes no sense.
Neither does using them just so you can get attention.
Mm.
Jordan 0. Wanting to make a difference in the world. If that's your true north,
I think it is, but
you'll never need the other stuff.
What's gotten into you?
something tells me something's up here. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Load him up.
Fuck. Why?
Get back to Luthor.
We need to talk about Sarah.
No way.
Yeah,
Jordan,
we do.
Jordan.
Yeah, we do.
Look, sometimes when people are hurt, they take a small thing
Yeah.
and they turn it into a big thing.
Exactly.
And in my
I
experience,
just wanted her to be as sad as I was.
Yeah, that's about right.
I felt terrible.
because I want you to go make things right.
Ooh, you're paying the bill. Okay, let's wrap this
I
up
don't need any change.
and move on.
I'm sorry.
Pretty obvious you and I shouldn't be friends right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that's fine.
I hope that things do get better.
And
Thanks.
this should be over. Done. We're not going to see her in season 4, so I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so, yeah.
Was there really something wrong with my security system yesterday?
No!
Do you think I made it up just to ask you that?
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, this is inappropriate. This is inappropriate. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Voicemail.
His phone's in the alley.
They're feeding the cow to Bizarro. What in the fuck?
It's time to go kill the Man of Steel.
Yeah, bullshit. Flashback? Saved him. Okay.
I thought you killed that thing.
I think it's unkillable. I think Bizarro, because Bizarro's like a zombie now, I think, or something. Unkillable.
Welcome back, friend. I told you, every time you die, it just makes you stronger.
Oh.
If you let me help you. So nothing in this world can stop you, ever. Nothing.
Oh my god. Killing him in so many different ways. Oh my god. He is going crazy. No. No. Dude. They're creating their own Doomsday.
This was hard work. Who's tireless?
It's not gonna be Jonathan.
Chili can.
What is he doing? What is he doing right now?
Thank you. So,
He's proposing.
without further ado,
He is proposing. Oh my god. Really? This is the... Oh my god, the timing of this. Yeah.
Are you okay?
Oh shit.
There you are.
Yep.
I won't let you hurt Lois or her family.
I went to her and I told her.
Well, you're not to be
But
trusted.
Lois didn't listen because she didn't have to. You ever think about dying, Superman? Because you're about to.
Oh my god, it's Doomsday. It is their version of fucking Doomsday. My fucking god. I can't believe they're actually doing this. Dude, they're gonna be fighting here. Are you fucking kidding me? They're gonna fucking kill. They're gonna kill him. They're gonna kill him. I think they're gonna do that to Superman right now. Dude, he fucking knows. Oh my god. My fucking god, dude. Holy shit. Yeah, that's not gonna hold him.
It's okay.
shit. Oh my god. Ooh. Ugh. Dude, they're gonna do it. They're gonna fucking do it right now. Maybe not.
Clark.
Come on. Okay, come on. Come on. To the fucking moon! To the moon! It's gonna cut right here. It's gonna fucking cut. It's gonna cut. It's gonna cut. I didn't expect that ending, even though it's cliffhanger. I was expecting more in the lines of, they're gonna do the death of Superman right now. They're gonna do the death of Superman. But thankfully they didn't. But, oh my god. It's confirmed. It is true. Doomsday is here. And someone made this point. I can't take credit for it. Someone on Twitter made this point when I was tweeting saying, I guess Doomsday was in that season 2 hazmat suit or whatever. Like it was Bizarro. Because people were saying that is the original Doomsday like suit he's encased in, then he breaks out. Technically, we were right about that because Bizarro became Doomsday. Now there's a thing to where Bizarro is Doomsday. What? Like, I get it. There are different iterations of who becomes Doomsday. And look, I think this is just a version of Doomsday. I think the true Doomsday in terms of the comic is out there somewhere. But this is Doomsday for this iteration of Superman. And who knows? Maybe in the DCU, now that we have Superman and Lois Cancer for Superman Legacy, maybe we'll get to Darkseid at some point, and then Doomsday and all that kind of stuff. Like, there's many possibilities. But this version of Doomsday, he doesn't look like comic accurate Doomsday, I think, because this is not the exact Doomsday, but this is basically their version of it, where Bizarro was brought back, and then Lex literally spent a lot of time killing him in so many different ways that eventually his body grew into what it became because of how many times his body was changing because of all the different ways he was dying. It's brutal fight. Like, this is like one of the longest action scenes, I think, of the whole show. Like, in the entirety of all 3 seasons, I think this is like one of the longest action scenes they've ever done. Because action scenes are pretty impactful within the show, but they are on the shorter side for the most part. This one was excessively long, but it needed to be. It's Doomsday, right? Like, this is the series finale. No, it's the season 3 finale. And there's a lot of things that happened in this episode leading up to that point. We'll talk about the Doomsday stuff in a bit because there's a lot to talk about. But it felt that this episode, leading up to the Doomsday reveal and the Doomsday fight, it felt like they were already kind of planning certain characters to exit the show. Or at least their lives were changing, that when we get to season 4, even if they were to get to keep these actors, that they would either be exiting soon, or now with pretty much, 7 series regulars not returning, and whether or not they'll be recurring or guests, we don't know, because there's no season 4 scripts. We have no idea what the plan is. But some of them have already said they're not going to be coming back at all. Now they have a way to kind of write out some of them, because Sam Lane was taken, right? General Lane. We don't know what happened to him. They can easily explain that, whatever time jump or what. We're gonna have to continue this fight, right? We have to, I would think. But they can explain that, well, he went into hiding or whatever after being captured by Lex or something. With the whole Chrissy and Kyle having a baby, which is like, what the fuck? That could be just set up to where, they can move or whatever. And then we had, literally the biggest one was that Natalie and John Henry Irons moving to Metropolis. But the thinking is that they'll be moving to Metropolis, the Kents, but the farm's not completely destroyed, right? They were kind of hinting that the farm was caught on fire when Doomsday revealed himself, but the house wasn't destroyed, because there was a theory for after the announcement of season 4 and losing cast members that they were moving to Metropolis. It seems like no, maybe not. Now obviously when this was season 3 was written, this was before they realized they were losing a bunch of cast members and getting a shorter season, so things can change, obviously, but because this was built to where season 4 is just going to continue as is, like with the cast and everything, or at least most of them. It seemed like they were kind of writing some of it maybe to where maybe Natalie and John Henry Irons are kind of not around as much. I don't know, but things got crazy when Kyle asked Kristen to marry him. And Lana and John Henry got together. Weird. Something I was like, oh, please don't do this, because it's like taking a series regular and a series regular who don't need to be together and put them together. It's like, come on, we don't need it. So, whatever. One of the major things that occurred, besides we'll get to the Doomsday thing last, one of the major things that has been kind of building out throughout this season and pretty much throughout the entirety of the show is Jordan and Sarah's relationship. It's been like a thing to where he had the feelings for her, they got together, there's some awkwardness, and then it's like it's a whole thing, right? It's been a mess. It's been a storyline that I think a lot of people at this point are tired of, and I feel like they were, I think the storyline with him using his powers, which kind of ties into the Sarah thing, because he was just trying to fill a void because he's hurt or whatever, and continuing the issues with Sarah and everything, when he can easily just move on and stop spending time with her, because that was a big issue too. They broke up, yet they're still spending time together, and there's still constantly, there's things being said and issues and little things occurring. Jordan should have just stepped away. And so I'm glad that after he is snarky once again to Sarah, that his dad's like, you know, hey, you need to make this right. We're going to go on this trip before Doomsday and everything, so changed everything. But you need to make it right with Sarah, right? So they didn't really make it right. He just apologized for being an ass and keeping the whole issues going. But I don't think we're getting her in season 4. I think she's one of the people that said that she's not going to come back for season 4. Maybe they'll offer a recurring or a guest appearance. Probably, I don't know. But I think in terms of the storylines, I don't think we need to continue with Sarah specifically. Even if they were to bring her back for a guest, I don't even think we even need that. Not because I don't feel like she can contribute something to season 4. I just feel like in terms of what they've been using Sarah for up to this point is pretty much issues with her mom, getting a waitress drop because of all the Jordan stuff, and pretty much all the Jordan drama, which that storyline has just been so played out so much. It's one of the weaker storylines, and it's really just tedious as hell to get through at times because of how uncomfortable it is, right? So I'm hoping this is it for that. You know, this episode had a lot of happiness, which people were kind of pointing out kind of halfway through the episode on Twitter. Yeah, something bad's going to happen. Everyone's too happy. Things are getting really exciting. Chrissy's pregnant, and, you know, General Lane's like, hey, John, Natalie, you know, you guys can move to Metropolis. You can make more weapons for DOD, all this kind of stuff. It's like, okay. So things are really picking up for that. It seems like positive, but then, of course, you know, Lana's like, well, I don't want you to go. You know, it's like, all that. We actually get to see Sarah's younger sister. I forget her name, but we saw her in one scene, which Lana took the whole pregnancy with Chrissy, with Kyle, well, but then that pretty much got changed because of the whole proposal in front of everybody during this whole event, which the coach is being an ass to Jonathan still, but I get that point. Everything changed, though. I like the way they played it, though, in terms of the Doomsday in the actual, like, streets of Smallville. Because when, you know, he's facing off with Luthor, that was a great scene, by the way. Superman with Lex in the Kent farm, that was a good little sequence. I wish it played a little longer, just because we haven't seen them really interact. We saw, of course, Clark, but I don't know, because they haven't really said one way or another. I mean, it's pretty clear based off of last week's episode that Lex is like, tell Superman he's next when he's leaving the Kent farm, and it's like, Clark, he's right there. Like, Lex, he's right there, he's Clark. There's people are theorizing that Lex knows that Clark is Superman, like he knows they're the same person, but he's pretending that he doesn't know, to kind of keep that under his, you know, under his cap, if you will, under his, you know, plans, just in case. Like, it's going to be but see, I would have thought he would have said something here now if he did. So maybe he doesn't know. Maybe that's going to be revealed within season 4, that he'll find out that they're the same person. But Lex been playing this for a while, been killing Bizarro nonstop to come Doomsday. And so when Superman is slammed into Smallville, when they're all, you know, all those people there from, you know, in town or whatever, Doomsday there, I like how they play this scene with him turning around to Jordan, who's about to step in. John's about to step in, potentially. Natalie. and he turns to them, and the way that the scene plays out and the music kind of I think the music kind of stops, and there's like a certain like tone they're going with in that quick little thing where he's looking at his family, looking at John and Natalie, looking at all like people who are standing there in Smallville like freaking out. He's telling them all to, like, Jordan, John, Natalie, do not step in. He's terrified. You can tell he is scared, but he also knows, I have to be the one to take this on. And the fighting ensues, and it is intense as hell. And we have several moments where, you know, Superman thinks, okay, maybe I have the upper hand. No. Freezing him, throwing him on top of the spire, gets slammed through the chest or whatever. Of course, he, you know, wakes up from that. And then, of course, we get the whole sequence where they're underground and everything. It's brutal. Superman is losing the fight. He's getting dragged up. Of course, there's the sun on his face. The sun's hitting him and everything. And then, of course, throws him to the moon. And then, of course, it cuts there. I was honestly expecting them to go the route of Death of Superman. Or at least more. And they're kind of hinting that they might. But I don't know if they will now. Because with 10 episodes, I don't know if you can probably do Death of Superman, especially with Jordan, who's not ready. Because the whole point of Death of Superman is copycats emerge. And they go this route of like, well, is Superman really dead? And then, of course, he goes back and all this. So they could go that route, but that would require Tyler Hoechlin to not be on the show much. And he, like, look, they don't have many leads anymore. They don't have many main cast to fill out the runtime. So I feel like maybe they were teeing up. That was going to happen in the season 4 premiere, where that fight would continue and he does die. But I feel like that's going to change now. I feel like their plans maybe have shifted. This is my theory. I have no confirmation on that. So we'll see. But it was a really good fight. And look, the design is not perfect for Doomsday. He doesn't look like Doomsday per se, but like I was saying in the beginning of the review, this is a different iteration of Doomsday. But they really went out for it. They really went for it. Overall, the season has been really good. There were some people that were kind of critical about the Lois Lane cancer storyline. I get that, because it's really personal for a lot of people. And I think they handled it overall pretty well. Could they have done something different with Lois? Could they have a different storyline? Yes, easily. But they tied it into Bruno Mannheim in terms of what was happening to Pia, Onomatopoeia, and all that. But yeah, they could have easily done another storyline for Lois. Don't know what that could have been, but they could have done something else. But they decided to go this route and leading up to Lex. I feel like they could have maybe introduced Lex sooner, because we had 13 episodes. They could have maybe introduced like Lex officially on screen, maybe episode 10 instead of 12 and 13, right? And I think that would have probably helped, but that also would take away from the Bruno Mannheim stuff. But I feel like they could have maybe balanced out the storylines a little bit better, to where Lex showing up the last 2 episodes leading into season 4, I get it, but maybe we could have had some bits and pieces of Lex leading up to him getting out and everything, to kind of where, because Lex was connected to this whole damn storyline. He was mentioned quite a bit, so like they could have found a way to maybe use him more. We'll see what happens with 10 episodes for season 4. We'll see how they handle all these characters, like all these changes to characters, the less characters, but all these changes and everything. And so they're gonna have to find a creative way to exit. I feel like they're gonna try to get some characters back just for the season 4 premiere, at least to explain their exit from the show, in terms of like a guest appearance or whatever, just to have them in so that they can kind of explain. And I feel like even if they can't do that, they'll just write them out and they'll have Lois or Clark say something. It all depends on how they open season 4. I feel like they're going to continue the fight, but I don't know. They might jump ahead and then go back and show how the fight how it finished, or whatever. Stalemate. I have no idea. I don't know how that's going to work though in terms of Doomsday. Because Doomsday's not going to just go, okay, I'll fight you later. It's not going to happen that way. But anyways, overall, this was a really crazy finale. Of course, it ends on a cliffhanger. I wasn't expecting that kind of cliffhanger, but it did. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in season 4. We'll probably have to wait a while for season 4. Probably won't be until next year, easily, because obviously they're not going to start shooting and get it out later this year, clearly. But hopefully we won't have to wait too long. But until the writer's strike is lifted, we can't really do anything. So, yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm curious what you guys thought about Doomsday, the episode overall, the season 3 of Superman and Lois. Let me know in the comments below, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.